Let's check the SAT test. So this is the college Panda. I'm gonna attach the link of the book in the comment section down below. So let's check test 1. So a SAT math test has two sections. Section 4, section 3, and also section 4. So SAT math test is going to be considered two sections, which is section 3 and section 4. Okay. So section 3 and section 4. Okay. So section 3, you're gonna have 20 questions in the course of 35 minutes. And with section 4, you're gonna have 55. I guess it's 38. 38 a question, right? I think it's 38, yeah. 38 questions over 55 minutes. Okay, so that's the format of the exercises. So let's have a quick look of the exercises. So you can see that we're gonna have here for section 3 a couple of type problems. Like this is like a function and value. This is like the circle equation. This is a simple division, and this is exponential, right? Okay, so we have a simple calculation. I think it's a ratio exercises, and we also have a geometry problem. Alright, yeah. So we have a question about line equation, also parabola equation, and also we're gonna cover complex number and roots of the functions. Alright. That's for the and here we have the type problem, which is the absolute value. Alright. So and table. So that's what some notable type problems for section 3. For section 4, we have graphs, lots of graphs here. Which is a pie chart, or it's a line graph or bar graph. So many type of graph. And also we have statistic part, which is usually given in the form of tables, or tabular form. So again, you can see here we have table, and we have to calculate the probability of an event based on the table. And here we have functions, and again table, and also about line and graph as in general. Next, we also have a table here which describe the probability of undergraduate student at some properties. So yeah, so we also have another table, and here you can see we have percentage and inequality. So inequality is like A smaller than B or A bigger than B. Also we have again this is the equation of a circle, right? Alright. For the next part, we have exponential functions, which is asking about the decay of or the increasing exponential functions or growth. So exponential function is something like, function is something like 1 2 to the power of x, or 0.5 to the power of x, or e to the power of x. Okay, so so those were some typical exercises, and we also have here square root, which is one of the like a harder problem. So square root, and also we have a couple more here. This is just multiplication, like a cross multiplication of a fraction, so that's quite normal. We have a system of linear equations. That's question 21 right here. And also a couple more geometry problems, so geometry and trigonometry problems. So geometry and trigonometry problems. Okay, all right. So for the last two questions, we have a graph of scatter plot and best fit line. So that's one of the also a typical exercise type. So scatter plot and also best fit line. Okay, so let's do these exercises, check some exercises together. Right, so that's the basic review. That could be possibly on the test. There's gonna be a couple more to go, but let's do it. Okay, let's do it. All right. So okay, so first of all, let's do from the beginning. So section 3. Okay, so for the first question, you just have to plug 3 into the equation, right? So v is equal to t squared minus 3t and plus 3. So when we plug 3 in, because we asked about the volume of the balloon after 3 seconds, so we're gonna calculate v of 3, gonna be 3 cubes minus 3 times 3 and plus 3 is 18, and that's John 27 minus 9 is 18 is 21. I don't think so. Okay, so it's t squared, so it's 9 minus 9 and plus 3, so it's just 3. So the answer for number 1 is A. Okay, because A is the answer is 3. Okay, so for number 2, well, the division, the fractional division is just simply 1 over x over x plus 3. That's gonna be 1 over x plus 3 x times x plus 3, right? And that gonna yield us the answer of A. Okay, yes. So number 3, a 40 register records only $5 for every $8 deposits. If the register show total balance of $40, what is the actual balance? Okay, so record. So for each $5 record, so if record is 5, and then we're gonna have the deposit gonna be 8, right? So you can see this is actually a record is 5, a ratio relationship, right? Because it's the ratio of 5 to 8 of record over deposits, right? So the ratio of record over deposit is 5 to 8. So now if we know that the record, which is shown, right? So the record gonna be 40. Bà có lấy gì không ạ? Okay, so for the record is 40. The ratio of record to deposit is also has to be 5 over 8, right? So we know that record over deposit gonna be 5 over 8, right? So that is just what record is 40, so 40 over deposit. So we know that deposit is 64. Is 64, right? So clearly the answer is B. Alright. Okay, question 4. Alright. So they asked about if x minus 2 all square plus y minus 3 all square plus z plus 4 all square equal to 0, what's the value of x plus y plus z? Okay. So number 4. So x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square and plus z plus 4 whole square equal to 0. Well, you know, first of all, let's observe that we know that each of these squares is a identity that is already bigger or equal to 0, which is true for both of these identity, I mean bigger than it or equal to. So similarly, y minus 3 square is also bigger than or equal to 0, and also z plus 4 is also bigger than or equal to 0. So for this sum to be 0, with all of its components being bigger than or equal to 0, each of these components has to be 0 themselves, right? Because that's the only way that this equality is satisfied, right? So it's not bigger than equal to, it's strictly equal to, it is actually equal to, okay? So which this knowledge we easily solve for it. It is equal to 2, similarly e equal to 3, and z equal to minus 4, which make their sum to be 1, right? Because x plus y plus z gonna be 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus 4, I mean that's gonna be equal to 1, okay? So that's actually C. That's actually C. Okay, so number 5. So we know that 3 to the power of x minus 3 is equal to 27. Okay, so but this is actually equal to 3 to the power of 3, because 27 is equal to 3 to the power of 3. So by law of corresponding x minus 3 has to be 3. Không cháu còn nhiều lắm ạ. So x equal to 6. So which one to turn the answer C? Okay? Alright. So now number 6. Let's check number 6. So the triangle above have two angles B and A. Which of the following must be 4? And we know that B bigger than A. So the opposite side of B, which is BC, has to be bigger than the opposite side of A, no, opposite side B is AC, sorry. This is bigger than BC. So AC has to be bigger than BC. So the wrong one has to be C. So 6 is C. Okay? Alright. C. Okay, 5 is also C. A, B, C. A, B, C. C, C. Okay. Okay, for number 7. For number 7, okay, so we have a line equation, right? So we have the line y equal to mx minus 7. Y equal to mx minus 7. Okay, so y equal to mx minus 7. And we have the second line, which is 3x, and 2x plus 3y equal to 6, right? So 3y gonna be equal to minus 2x plus 6, okay? So y equal to minus 2 over 3 half x plus 2, okay? So let's call the first line D1 and call the second line here D2. So for D1 to be parallel to D2, m will have to be equal to minus 2 over 3, okay, because the coefficient, the leading coefficient has to be the same, which is called the slope has to be the same. So the answer is C. 7 is C, okay. Okay, number 8. For lemonade stand, cost C in dollars of selling egg cups is given by C equal to 100 plus 1.5 N. Okay, so number 8. Okay, so C equal to, okay, 8 is not C, okay, C equal to 100 plus 1.5 N. Okay, so they asked about the meaning of the 100. Okay, so N is a number of cups, okay, and C is the total cost. Okay, so A, the cost of each cup of lemonade, okay, number of B, the number of cups of lemonade sold on the first day, sound reasonable. C, the initial cost of setting up the lemonade stand, and D, the maximum total cost of running the lemonade stand. So in here we have to look at an additional fee to the each $1.5 of a lemon cup. So the answer is actually C, right? So that's obvious because we are looking for an additional prices charge. Number 9. Okay, number 9 is an exercise about complex number. So complex number. Complex number is actually very straightforward. So it's a number which has the form a plus bi, which with the rule of I squared gonna be equal to -1. So everywhere we have I squared, we're gonna replace this with -1. So we have rules for adding complex numbers. So a plus bi plus c plus di is gonna equal to a plus c plus di. Okay, and we can also multiply these two numbers. So we are going to multiply the normal multiplication, right? A times c plus bc times I, well, you know, bi times c, right? Plus a times di and plus bi times di. Okay, alright. So this is gonna be equal to AC plus, okay, so we're gonna put I outside as a common factor. Inside we have BC plus AD, and we also have BD times I squared. Okay, so of course we gonna put I squared out because I times I is I squared. Okay, so I think the first part gonna be intact. The first part gonna be intact because there's not going to be much transformation, but for the last part we can replace b I squared with -1, so it should be bd times -1. Oh, sorry. Oh, oh, sorry. This is something wrong with my computer. Okay. Just wait me a moment, man. Okay, so as you can see here, we can replace I squared with -1. Okay, -1. Okay, all right. So, uh, so let's keep going. So for this next part, we're gonna apply this formula to the actual calculation itself. So let's apply it. So 5. Okay. So let's wait a little bit. My computer is a little broken, but so let's do it by hand, you know. Okay, so it's okay. So that's okay. So 5. My time here. Alright. Just give me a little bit. I want to finish this one real quick. Okay, so let's change to math type. So we all know that I square is equal to -1. So I square is gonna be equal. Oh man, what is this? This has to be a font error. So yeah. Sorry, I think I have to reset everything. So I think that's good enough for this episode. I'm gonna see you in the next episode. Okay, thank you.